Good morning, you guys. So before I start my card video, I just wanted to come on to talk about some of the feedback that I received on my Arctic Bears card. I do have a couple more to share with you all, but a few people did mention how my card wasn't traditional and how I shouldn't have colored my bear brown. Okay, so all I want to say is I love the crafty community because everyone is just all about, giving feedback. Everyone is pushing everyone on to be their best selves, to get crafty and try new things and, just push from being comfortable. And when I purchase stamp sets, what I want to do with these sets is I want to keep them. Like, I love the set. I want to use it as much as possible. I want it to be very versatile. So I'm going to use a set in many different ways as I can, especially if time allows. So if I decide to take a stamp set and color bears, when they're eating meat, they're definitely not white or, cream. But if I want to take that and color my bears purple or blue or mustard or whatever, like, it should be fine. You guys, the negative people, need to remember that we're also in the middle of a pandemic. And, if my job was to sell these items, like to sell stamp sets, I also want my customers to think outside of the box and also try to see as many ways as they can use a product, because money is really scarce and tight for some people. So I just wanted to, bring reality back to some folks. I don't know, maybe they might not even watch this to get the feedback, but this was just, kind of something that made me go, But I'm just like, you know what, I should say something about this because not everyone has like a ton of money to buy outright grizzly bear stamps. Maybe you need to take the Arctic Bear set and, color the bears 17 different ways and have fun with them, because that's crafting and that's what we do. And it's fun. And we're all just here to have fun. And I'm just here to share my projects with you guys. Like, I'm busy. I have 2 jobs. I work as a nurse. I do other things on the side. I'm also getting married. Like, I take time out of my day to, record the cards that I'm making and edit them and share them, and to just hear like the feedback that's just like unwarranted. It's not necessary. You can tell me you don't like my card, which is completely fine with me because I don't make things to make people happy. I make things to make me happy. But when you're saying something that could impact a card maker who is less experienced, or a card maker who might be trying to find themselves, and your feedback might be kind of like shaking to them and might stop them from being their best selves, like, it's not necessary. So anyhow, I hope you guys like my other cards with these bears. I had a ton of fun making them, and I hope you all do something crafty that makes sure I'm happy. Okay? Hi you guys, Latoya here. Welcome to my crafty space. I am about to make a card with the second piece of DSP that I created myself. I used this picture here of some current DSP in the annual catalog as inspiration, and I went ahead and used one stamp set to create my own, because if you don't know, I like to make my own DSP. It saves money because I get to buy more stamps instead of buying a whole lot of paper. Also, it saves on space because I don't have a ton of paper, and I also have like I don't think I have a hoarding problem, but I would have a hoarding problem if I purchased paper, because there would be so many different types that I would love, and I would never get rid of it because I have separation issues when it comes to consumables. So I already know I'm terrible, so I don't even go there. So I stamped, this is the second piece of cardstock I stamped. Isn't that pretty? With some pigment ink on some red cardstock by Stampin' Up. And I used this set here. These images were like my least favorites out of this whole set. And what I did was, okay, well, this is similar. These images are similar to the images on the DSP, and I just went ahead and got to stamping, and I really do love this. So, give things a go. If you don't like them, you never know. You might end up loving them. All right, you guys, so this is the card I originally created, and I made another card really quickly, and now after looking at this, I don't really like it. And what I don't like is the sentiment on the black cardstock. I just really wish that I had a die that fit the cheers, but I don't, and it is bothering me. I don't know if it's the nurse in me, the OCD person in me, I don't know, but it's bothering me, so I'm going to redo it. So I already went ahead and I stamped out another background with this stamp set here. I am now going to cut out this die, the circular die from the Encircled Friendship set, well, bundle. Ah, geez, come on. All right. And I'm going to cut out these awesome bears, polar bears, which I like to convert into other types of bears, although, you know, they look a little different, but why not stretch your stamp sets instead of being, you know, don't be narrow-minded. Just open your mind up to other possibilities. For that, I will need some black cardstock and some white cardstock. Ooh, this will fit the bears, but that's it. So, all right, let me go and do some die cutting. I went through a lot of my stamp sets and I decided on my old Cartabella set because the sentiments are small enough, and I saw one I had noticed before, so I like the Season's Greetings from here. I think that'll be nice. It's small, not too big, which is like exactly what I'm looking for. And I don't have to like finagle or cut anything. I'm just not in the mood to like, I don't want to like alter any of my stamp sets right now. And then the small December 25th stamp, like, you guys, how fudging cute. That would be so adorable, just like tucked right here underneath. I think that'll be perfect. It'll give me a little hint of the thing that I want for this card, and I am going to stamp it in red. Yeah, I think I want to do red. Okay, we had another question mark. Do I want to stamp this in red or do I want to do it in black? Making a card so difficult. So I originally, with my first card, did this in white pigment ink to show on the black, but now I think I'll stamp it in black. Paper. I know it's very small and kind of silly, but it's not silly to me. Just noticed that my bears almost had red on them. Oh, that's so cute. It looks so different. Very different. Whoa, what's happening here? Why does my bear have a colored snout? Okay, so while I did like how the card looked with my sentiments plainly stamped on here, it just seemed very flat, so I used some of my dies. Back to the contraband, which, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point because the stamps are from a different company, so I was just like, all right, well, whatever. Let me just continue with that trend. And okay, I think I like this better. I just needed, the sentiments needed to stand out somehow. They were just too flush with the rest of the die cut. and the bears were just so pronounced. So just a little tip to go ahead and just bust out the dies, which luckily these dies were perfect for these sentiments because they're small enough. All right, you guys, so I decided that the stamping that I did directly onto my die cut here was just too flat. And when I went to stamp the sentiments onto a piece of white cardstock, it still wasn't enough to give it enough dimension from this die cut piece. So then I went around it in black to pick up the black and the bears, and now I think it's literally perfect. So I'm just going to make sure these are adhered. Well, not to my Misty anyways. All right, now I'm just gonna go ahead and put them down. Okay, this is perfect. I feel like everything ties in now, and I love it. Finally, this card's completed. Like, I can't remember the last time I've made a card like back to back like this. I haven't had to like redo a card in a minute. Usually I can just get it to work to my advantage, but in this case, I did not like this here. It was just bothering me, and I'm like, okay, it's my only day off. I had to work yesterday because I picked up, because, you know, we're getting married, so wedding, which we're paying for ourselves. So I only get one day off, and then I have only a weekend off. So I'm only going to have 3 days off this month, which is not a lot of time. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and enjoy making this card. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create these. I got to use these bears in a different way. I'm very happy about that. Just a quick recap here. What set is this? So many sets I didn't use that I put over here. So the one bundle is Encircled in Friendship, which I just used the dies because this die is oh so cute. Then the Arctic Bears bundle, of course, you know, break that out, use the bears in more ways than one. So far, I've made 3 cards with this, and I am absolutely elated. And then I tried something new and made my own background with the Tidings and Trimming set. So cute. I absolutely love this. And then I incorporated the Cartabella stamp set to use December 25th and Season's Greetings because it's so cute, right? So mostly Stampin' Up, but of course I had to include another company. But if you wanted to make strictly a Stampin' Up card, I'd say do this, but stamp it in, you know, black and red, and then just layer the two, because that's probably what's really just off. All right, enough talking. I will talk to y'all later, and I hope you all do something crafty to make sure I'm happy. Okay? Bye.